I have to say, you've been rather a disappointment. But very soon, this will all be over for you.
Thank you for the gun, Doctor.
Peri? But that's just it. You're not Peri, are you?
You see, you do know me after all. I knew you would. Spit it out, girl. I can see it's on the tip of your tongue.
The Rani!
Hi everyone, TARDIS Guy 123 here, and today I'm doing another Doctor Who CD review. This time I'm finishing off the 6th Doctor and Peri trilogy from 2014, and this is of course the Rani Elite by Justin Richards, and this is the first appearance of the Rani in Big Finish, and obviously this was originally going to feature Kate O'Mara as the Rani. Almost forgot her name there for some reason, but unfortunately she passed away. However, she did give her permission for Big Finish to go ahead with it anyway and cast a new Rani, which leaves us with Siobhan Redman as the Rani, and she is a wonderful Rani, and I'll talk about her a bit more later. But anyway, obviously we have Colin Baker and Nicola Bryant up there by Justin Richards, and I'll talk more about him later. You have Brand New Adventures, full-cast audio drama, Audio Adventures Doctor Who written on the side there. Then you have 6th Doctor logo, Doctor Who Rani Elite, and this is number 194. Got the Big Finish logo. So let's take a look at the back. Unfortunately mine's got a bit of a crack. I'm not sure if the camera will pick it up, but yeah, my copy has got a bit of a crack there, unfortunately. But you know, it's not too bad damage. It still holds together well. So anyway, there you've got your blurb, your title, writer and director, and you've also got the cast. So now, obviously, new Doctor Who logo there, as I mentioned in previous reviews. Then on the inside here, we have the booklet and the disc 1, parts 1 and 2 on it, and disc 2, parts 3 and 4 on it. And here we have Whispers of Terror, Ish, The Reaping, Year of the Pig, and the first 2 parts of this trilogy, which are The Widow's Assassin and Masters of Earth, which are of course all available on bigfinish.com. So now let's have a look at this booklet. You have your front and your back with the 1980s Doctor Who logo there for the 6th Doctor. Colin Baker and Nicola Bryant in the Rani Elite, of course, all the stuff I had before, just written in text. You have producer's notes by David Richardson, and they have the Rani, well, not the Rani, sorry, Siobhan Redmond, Colin Baker and Nicola Bryant. There you have Siobhan Redmond again there, and writer's notes, Doctor Who magazine, and the next instalment in the monthly range, along with the credits and whatnot. So the story, well actually let's talk about the new Rani first, Siobhan Redmond, before I go into the story itself. She is wonderful as the Rani. I think I probably prefer her more than Kate O'Mara. Maybe it's just because kind of like the time that Kate O'Mara's Rani went out, you know, Doctor Who was going in a very pantomime direction almost with her stories, which is unfortunate for her, and well, she did a good job with that. I just don't like what she was given to do a good job with, if that makes sense, and I'm not really sure if I liked that kind of like over the top element of it. But here, Siobhan Redmond does a fantastic job in bringing menace to the role. She brings a true menace to the role, and you really do worry for characters such as Peri in this. You know, she really does make you worry for that, and you know, she kind of like really gets that cold analytical element of the Rani in that, you know, she just wants to do what she has to succeed. She doesn't have that kind of like sentimentality that the Master has, where he wants to kind of like, you know, humiliate the Doctor and whatnot. The Rani is a very different villain in that, you know, she's more robotic in a sense, but it's also more fun. She does have some fun lines, and you know, but if she has to, then she will kill the Doctor or do what she has to. and you know, she very much weighs up the risks and whatnot, and it makes her a very different and a very welcome villain, I feel. And she works quite well alongside Colin Baker as the Sixth Doctor. And, you know, this story does have quite a few jokes about the Sixth Doctor and whatnot, and it's very fun stuff. You know, a lot of stories joke about the Doctor, treating him as companion, sometimes a villain and whatnot. And, you know, Nicola Bryant and Colin Baker do an absolutely fantastic job in this. And it all... I'm going on to the story now, by the way, in case you hadn't already guessed. And they really do a good job. However, the supporting characters that they are up against, some of them are okay. I feel like they could have done a better job with them, but you know, they're okay. The actors are fine. It's just the characters themselves and the writing could have been a bit more well-rounded, I feel. You know, there is some nice mystery in this, especially in the first part, and you can listen to the first part on bigfinish.com actually. They released it as a free teaser thing, so you could go get that if you want, and then decide if you want to buy the story itself. But anyway, you know, it really does kind of like leave you in suspense with the first half. However, when it gets into the second half, it does kind of like feel a bit repetitive, and the pacing feels off. And now that's what I was saying about Justin Richards earlier. Unfortunately, his pacing isn't the best, I feel, and you know, it kind of like goes really fast at some points and really slow at others, and the ending just feels like it's dragged out for far too long, to be honest. And you know, that's one of the unfortunate things about this story, I feel. The ending just, you know, there's nothing wrong with the science behind the ending and whatnot. Granted, it is a bit iffy, but you know, in principle there's nothing wrong with it. It's just that it drags out for far too long and just doesn't work, in my opinion. Should have been done so much better. But anyway, you know, the rest of the story measures up quite well, of course, and obviously there are some elements where it feels like it's getting repetitive in the second half, but you know, other than that, there's still good mystery and whatnot, and some good plot reveals. It feels a bit like they're going back to the Widow's Assassin in a way, with one element which I won't bring up because it'll probably spoil both this and the Widow's Assassin a bit, but there's kind of like, and people who've listened to both will know what I'm talking about here. But you know, it's kind of like a bit of, I'm not sure if it feels repetitive in the sense of the trilogy, or if it feels kind of like a nice circle back, I guess would be the best way to put it. You know, a nice kind of like link for the trilogy, and that's up to you personal preference wise. I personally think it quite works because it's done in a totally different fashion almost. It's still got quite a few of the same things going on, however, but other than that, this is a very good story, I feel, and I definitely pick it up just to listen to Siobhan Redmond as the Rani. She is fantastic in this role. What would I rate it out of 10? I think an 8 would be a fair rating. You know, this story could have been better, but on the whole, it could have been a lot worse. I say that about a lot of stories now that I think about it. Sorry if I feel repetitive now, but you know, anyway, it's a good story. I recommend you pick it up. I recommend you listen to part 1 first though, for free, to see if the story interests you or not. Some people have said part 1's a bit slow, I think. I personally don't think that. I think it works quite well, and the setting as well, the university setting, and you know, especially since I've been applying for university this year, maybe it kind of has an effect on me or something. But, you know, I feel that the university setting works quite well, and the music also works quite well. It's kind of got some upbeat elements to it and some downbeat elements to it. It's very unique, I suppose, the music is. So, yeah, anyway, as I was saying before, 8 out of 10. And next up, we are on to the review of Dark Eyes 4 in terms of Big Finish. However, between that, of course, we have another DVD review. I think it's the Mara Tales box set, I think. Snake Dance and Kinder. So, thanks for watching this review of the Rani Elite, everyone, and I'll see you all then for the next video. Bye, everyone.